where the mountains kiss the sky. I roam the ancient forests, where the wild things live and die. One day I met a ranger, wise with eyes of deepest gray. He saw my yearning spirit, and he had some words to say. He said, take this sword, young dreamer, forged in fires old and bright. It's a gift from ancient guardians to guide you through the night. With this blade you'll find your courage when the path is dark and long. In your hands it's not just metal, but the heart of nature's song. I grasped the hilt with reverence, felt the power in its weight. The steel was cold but comforting, like the touch of faded fate. He told me tales of rangers past who'd walked the trails unseen, protecting all that's wild and free in forests evergreen. He said, take this sword, young dreamer, forged in fires old and bright. It's a gift from ancient guardians to guide you through the night. With this blade you'll find your courage when the path is dark and long. In your hands it's not just metal, but the heart of nature's song. Through storms and battles, through shadows deep and wide, this sword will be your beacon, with the spirit as your guide. Feel the strength within the forest, hear the whispers in the wind. Let this gift remind you always where your true path does begin. Now I walk with newfound purpose, with the sword by my side, facing challenges with bravery, with the forest as my guide. In every swing there's history, in every clash a tale. With this ranger's sword I'll conquer, through each and every veil. He said, take this sword, young dreamer, forged in fires old and bright. It's a gift from ancient guardians to guide you through the night. With this blade you'll find your courage when the path is dark and long. In your hands it's not just metal, but the heart of nature's song. So here's to all the dreamers, to the ones who roam the land. May you find your own true courage, with the ranger's sword in hand. For in the heart of nature, where the wild spirits soar, he said, take this sword, young dreamer, forged in fires old and bright. It's a gift from ancient guardians to guide you through the night. With this blade you'll find your courage when the path is dark and long. In your hands it's not just metal, but the heart of nature's song. The heart of nature's song.
Okay, friends, welcome to today's episode feed the chickens, a chaos episode. So I was, if you guys watched earlier, you guys can see that I had to deal with the bees. Lisa had a doctor's appointment, so everything falls on me, because isn't that how it always works? I don't know if you guys know that. But the way things work on the farm is when you have things planned, when you're planning on leaving, when you're planning on doing things, that's when the chaos happens. That's when everything falls apart. So it's okay. I'm good. I got everything handled. This is why you have backup plans, the backup plans, the backup plans. And that's why one thing I love about farming and why it works so well with me, with ADD, is because of the chaos. I sometimes thrive in the chaos. So, had a backup plan, to a backup plan, to a backup plan. Gotta be in my shirt. Okay, got it. So I have a backup plan, to a backup plan, to a backup plan. I was getting ready to leave with Lisa, and I happened to be flipping on, just watching the Mavis Pharmacy stream. And what did I happen to see on the stream? I noticed the bees were acting up. And I've been raising bees long enough that I can tell you quickly what it looks like when bees are swarming, very quickly. And so saw that happening, went outside, saw the swarm, quickly put on the other frame that I had sitting ready, because I was gonna I had a sneaking suspicion yesterday when I wasn't feeling well. I had a sneaking suspicion yesterday that they were acting up. I was noticing some actions that were making me a little intrigued to keep watching. And I was correct with my assumption. They were just about to swarm. And then this morning, on the live stream, they did. So probably about, it's about 11 o'clock this morning. If you want to roll back on the Mavis Pharmacy page, you can actually see them swarming, and you can see me out there standing around trying to figure out what I was going to do, because I first was initially saying, okay, can I wait for Lisa to get back? Can I go with Lisa, or do I need to deal with this swarm right now? And as you see, it ultimately got to the point where I decided that it just makes sense to deal with the swarm right then. So that's what we did. Now I am catching up on getting everybody fed. This morning, it was interesting. It's almost like my brain knew all this was going to happen. So this morning, I started organizing my thoughts, organizing how I needed to do things, organizing. I was just in a very organizing mood this morning. And so I was working on my master plan. Because if you don't have a plan, do you have anything? Now, not saying you're going to necessarily always follow through with your plan, but I do suggest you should always have a plan. And I was a little behind. I was a little slacking in my plan. It'd been a little while since I had what I feel is a good solid plan in place of where we were going to go, what we were going to do. So that's what I was working on. Also working on ways to generate more revenue. I think we're really gonna start the tea business. I know you've been hearing me talk about it, but I have been figuring out how to wildcraft and make some seasonal specialty tea blends. And so we will be doing that. Well, you couldn't even see what I was doing there. Sorry, guys. So if you guys chat here and I miss, I'm sorry. I'm really just trying to focus on right now. Trying to focus on making sure that I get everybody fed, because I have a lot of cleaning up to do. And then I have a meeting later this evening. So was one of those days, you know. It's never. It's I joke around when people say, you know, oh, your day was boring, and I say, thank goodness, because boring days mean I didn't have to go around and I didn't run around and have chaos like this. Boring days, boring. Lives right now, especially with us on the verge of declaring World War III. I think we already are in World War III. I just don't think we haven't declared it yet. And, you know, everybody, we all have our own personal, personal issues too right now. So it's not personally wanting to add any drama to the drama soup. My goodness, is there enough already? I don't know about you, but I didn't sign up for World War III. If you didn't either, I'm going to tell you. I did it during COVID, and I'm going to keep publicly saying this forever. So, my church, the Tabernacle of Universal Understanding, TUU, we always accept new members. All you have to do is have a belief system. That is it. You have to believe in something. And you can be a member of the Tabernacle of Universal Understanding. And the reason I'm saying this is because if you need a statement for a church in good standing to say that you are a church in good standing and that we are against war and we are anti-war, you do not go to war, just in case they ever decide to bring in the draft or force people to do things that we are all against. My church stands strong in the saying that we do not support. We believe that source, God, whatever you want to call him, her, it, does not believe in war. Believes in the non-aggression principles. And if you are also a believer in the non-aggression principles and you need a exemption, that is part of the reason I have my church during COVID. We used it for religious exemptions. I actually had to get on the phone and do a couple interviews with employers or other folks that wanted to know if the person I was talking to, if the person was in good standings. It was very interesting, the questions that they asked. So I explained to them that Tabernacle of Universal Understanding, we believe that everyone has a personal relationship with God, and God speaks with them, and we trust in how God speaks with you, and trust that if God tells you to do something that is not harming other people, and that has the possibility of betterment of society, that's just because God hasn't told me that or told you that Doesn't mean that I should say that they are crazy, a lunatic, or anything like that. So that's why as long as you practice the non-aggression principles. So if you don't know what the non-aggression principles is do no harm. So do not aggressively harm other people, but you absolutely can defend yourself. If bad people are doing bad things to you, you make sure that they stop doing bad things to you and your family. And that is a vital part of the non-aggression principle that we practice, is do not let bad people do bad things to you or your family or your friends or your animals. Because me as an animist, I believe everything has a soul, everything has energy, everything is important. So what's up, Jake? Jake, I've got to feed everyone. I got to do our thing. We're not moving it today. Thank you. Sorry. Maybe tomorrow we'll move it.
How's the bees now?
The bees seem to be okay. I seem to have handled the bee situation. So hopefully that'll be good. I didn't mean to be so irritable with my brother. That was not fair to him. I'll have to apologize later. He was just asking. He just asked a simple question, and I was very irritable. So sorry I yelled at you, Jake. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to say that so meanly. I just can't do it today, Jake. I'm sorry. When you make mistakes, friends, you should accept the mistakes that you make and try not to repeat them. Because we all do things we don't realize how other people take. And Jake could have taken that in a more negative way than he did. And I'm glad he didn't. But it was still, I should not have raised my voice or been more excited in that conversation. And that's a responsibility we have to regularly take, because it is easy to get caught up in having a tone, saying mean words. I am probably one of the worst at it. I am a passionate person, and my passion comes out a lot, and sometimes my passion comes out way too much. And my passion not only can get me in trouble, but also doesn't make the world better. And since, part of my goal in life is to make the world just a little bit better, upsetting someone when there's no means to have tonalness to your voice, when I can have complete control of the tonalness in my voice, means that I need to be more aware, and I need to be better at it. So, you guys did hear me apologize to Jake. I did that so I didn't forget, not to impress any of you guys. Okay. Get a couple chicken scoops for the chickens outside. And one day in the future, when I do get interns and when I do start building my community, it'll be nice. The downfall is I think that future won't necessarily be as nice as this future, or as this present, but it'll all be okay. It's funny, I really just want to go and sit down because it's just been running ragged since I saw the bees get out. chores need to get done. So let's do them, friends. Get the chores done. Prep. Actually, it's chores, prep, have fun. The fun part I've been slacking at lately. Playing video games is fun, don't get me wrong. But there's more fun to be had in the world. One of my favorite things to do is to get out there and hike. And I have not really done enough of that as of recent. Let's go down and get, I'm just gonna walk down there and get those guys. And then I'll walk right back. Okay. You guys will sit up here. This is a good spot for you. Nope. You guys get to sit here. You guys have been wondering why you see I'm wearing a lot of flowy pants. I've been deciding to switch over to try to stay in more cleaner, healthier clothes. So things like linens, cottons, wool, preferably linens, because linens have a lot of benefits to them. So I do suggest if you are not familiar with what I'm talking about with linens, you should go check it out. It's really interesting. Not only does it protect you from, the weather, which is what clothes are supposed to do, but it also has, because it's plant material, it has a particular charge to it. And that charge can work with or against the way your body reacts. And so, for me, I've noticed it really helps. And that's why I've been enjoying linens. That's right now I'm really interesting. I have cotton, polyester, and linen on. I'm really kind of counteracting all of the world at the moment. I'm only wearing this polyester shirt because I thought I was going into town. And because of that, I was trying to look fairly put together. So after this, just because I don't want to do it, and because I don't want to do it, it's probably what I need to do. I'm going to go fill up all the waters, so that is done. And then I'm going to head in and relax until the next chaos or my next meeting. Lots of extra comb for whatever future project I'm going to do. Okay, so grab this. I'm gonna put this away, and then we are going to go in the house. No, we're gonna go collect the water, then we're gonna go in the house. So, well, the cool news is, if all works out well, the good news about today is if all works out well, I have 3 hives now, which is very cool. If so hopefully that is what ends up happening. Or I would just be happy if I can just end up with 2 strong hives going into winter. It would be very nice. But we will see. We will see. I'm holding stress in my back. I can feel it. I don't know why. So there's like about middle of my back, it feels like there is a stone knife stuck into it. And that stone knife also making me feel like I'm losing my breath. And I just can't get it. Can't ease up. I can't relax. And I can feel that it's stress. It's the stress from the bees. I know that that's what it is. I wish I could get rid of it. Wish I could just make it puff, go away. But it is not quite that easy. My body holds stress in lots of weird ways. I'm an absolute weirdo. I do know that. I think tonight, well, I don't know. It depends on when I get back. I'll either play some Schedule 1 with Sean, or we will play, or we will do some cast and chill. We'll go fishing tonight. Got my doctor's appointment on Friday. Wish they'd get back to me. I haven't heard back from them yet. I'm a smidget nervous about my back appointment, but I'm also not, because I'd love not having a hole in my back anymore. So it's interesting. Okay. So I'm going to leave you guys here for just a second. I'm going to walk away, come right back. Also, by the way, I haven't publicly thanked, and I will probably do it a couple times, but I want to publicly thank Lavender Ranch here on D-Live for their wonderful, beautiful letter that they wrote, and lovely show of support. Absolutely really appreciate it. I don't think you guys maybe understand enough. You guys, I absolutely, genuinely, really appreciate it when you guys show any type of support. I know some of you can't do financial support. Some of you just say hi, come by, give a thumbs up on my stream. Some of you, I've had people visit. Some of you have joined the Patreon. Some of you have helped with things on the Amazon wish list. But anyways, it doesn't matter if you just stop by and say hi and like it and just give me good wishes, hang around, chit chat with me, join the Discord, donate, whatever you do. I absolutely appreciate it. It makes it keeps my drive going. It keeps me wanting to keep this nonprofit functioning. It keeps me wanting to keep educating people. And while I'm not doing the outreach programs that I'd like to do right now, and I'm not as active as I'd like to do right now, it's just life has been busy. It just reminds me that I'm actually going to keep doing it and that things are going to be okay. And that this is my plan. My plan is to help people. My plan is to make the world better by helping teach people one little skill set at a time. So thank you, everyone, especially Lavender Ranch for this particular one. Let me go take these two to the barn and I will be right back again. Okay, we'll take this last one back. You guys come with me. And then we'll head into the house. And we'll call it a show. Call it a day. Oh, what happened there? Camera? There we go, we're back. Sometimes it does silly things like that. So I'll have to get back. Luckily I have everybody closed up, good to go, all the bees. Now that I have 3 to think about. But we'll see. I have 3 to focus on right now. We'll see in about a month or so of those 3. Hopefully I still have 3. Awesome. Okay, everybody. I got everybody in here watered and fed. Just double making sure I got everybody outside watered and fed. I've got my bees. I need to put the lid. I just don't want to forget putting the lid on that one frame. Oh, I've got the bees. Good to go. Happy. Oh, what am I doing? Sorry. Sometimes I flop the camera around and it just doesn't do what it's supposed to do. So I'm gonna put you guys right here for just a second. Just need to put this on that other frame. I'll put this rock over on that one. Okay, guys. It's hot. I'm a little tired. I'm going to head in for a bit. So thanks for joining me on, if you followed me along for the last couple hours on this crazy fun adventure, you know, go from the bee swarm to fixing the bees to feeding the chickens. So anyways, friends, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for joining me. Just remember, I like you just the way you are. You're awesome. And yeah, it's Doc. Till tomorrow. Maybe later tonight. Adios. Peace.